Don't you just love 92-year-old David Attenborough's wildlife shows for the BBC? Here are 6 minutes of highlights from an old one done on film 40 years ago about the biggest bird in the world.
Yes, you're an ostrich chick, destined to become the world's largest living bird, but a bird that can't fly. Those weird feet and legs will make up for it, though, for you'll be able to run at 70 kilometers an hour. You are, in fact, going to become one of the strangest of all members of the bird world. Today, it's an excellent runner, but the ostrich is descended from ancestors that flew. Fossil remains, 50 million years old, have been found showing that ostriches lived in Asia, Europe, as well as throughout Africa. Our story starts on the grassy savanna of East Africa, not far from Nairobi. A male in breeding colours feeds enthusiastically, building up the grass into a ball inside that long neck before he swallows it. He's going to need a great deal of strength and energy in the next few months if he's to breed successfully. This is the cantle display. His head thumps his back in his fervour. This spectacular performance is easily seen by other ostriches, and it stimulates them to begin their courtship, and that's going to be very important. A communal nest may contain as many as 100 eggs. Normally, for these birds, about 10 hens lay a total of about 40 eggs in the one nest, and that's a lot of potential food for vultures that circle patiently during the 6 weeks of the incubation. The chicks have already been calling inside the egg, telling each other and their parents that they'll soon be out. Unlike most birds, ostrich chicks lack an egg tooth for breaking through the thick shell. Instead, they push with their head and neck and their strong legs, slowly rotating within. The Egyptian vulture hasn't waited in vain. But the problem is how to get into the egg. They're so strong that a man can stand on one without breaking it. The solution is a stone. It seems that just the sight of the egg stimulates the stone-throwing action, first rather vaguely, but then more accurately. The extra eggs pushed outside the nest have served a good purpose. They are often the first eggs to be taken by a predator if the nest is left briefly unguarded. Now, with the sitting parents gone, the predators clean them up, and cheetahs are also interested, though they don't know about throwing stones. Now the chicks from various families scattered across the savannah are out in the wide world. They're learning what and how they should eat from their parents. They pick the best, the greenest leaves, the buds and flowers, the seed and the fruit, unlike wildebeest or zebra, which mow indiscriminately. Another danger, a martial eagle, quite capable of taking a small antelope and certainly able to make a meal of a young ostrich. The chicks bunch. The eagle understands the adult's threat and stays away, this time. But there are predators everywhere, by day and particularly by night. During the first few weeks when they're so small, the chicks are picked off almost daily by cheetahs, jackals, and even lions. Parents use their huge eyes, the largest incidentally of any land animal, and all their height to keep watch over their chicks. Ostrich young grow at a prodigious rate. At 9 months, they're almost as big and fully as fast as their parents. Many, perhaps most of those hatched have been killed already, but the survivors are now quite capable and are on their own.